Welcome back to, I guess, another bedwars video. Still don't really have an intro, but that's cool. We're playing fours this time instead of, I think last time I played twos. So this time we're gonna be playing fours. Ooh, but with a twist. See, even though it's fours, we have three players. That's the secret twist to the video. Playing Bed Wars 4v4s, but we only have three players. So I was thinking, I recently purchased Geometry Dash on my computer again. I used to, well, I mean, I still do, of course, but I have it on my iPad, and I used to play it all the time. Um, if you don't know what Geometry Dash is, I suggest you, like, play it, actually. I honestly suggest that you play it. It's really fun. Basically, you just tap on the screen or click if you're on a computer, and then you bounce over spikes and obstacles. And I'm relatively good at it. I'm not like Nobble Boy, I guess, is a good example of a good player. Yeah, a lot of this stuff you're gonna have to, play Geometry Dash. I'm not sure. He beat Bloodlust, well, it used to be the hardest Geometry Dash level. And then, eventually, one Christmas, I believe, I moved away from Geometry Dash into another Rage game, which is different from Geometry Dash. Uh, and the game that I'm talking about is Cuphead. The Delicious Last Course recently came out, which I only realized afterwards that Delicious Last Course stands for DLC. On the joke scale, I give you a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 joke right there. Also, I don't like the implication of the last course. It just makes me sad to know that we probably won't be getting any more Cuphead content. But the first time that I played Cuphead, I played it with someone, and we did poorly, very poorly. Because, we weren't used to it yet. And then I picked it back up, like a couple, I guess, years. I got it when it first came out. I picked it back up one day, and I started playing, and I was like, wow, I'm having a lot of fun. Because at this point, I had gotten, like, Java Minecraft, and I had been playing these games for a while, so I guess my reaction times were better. And so I got, much better. Of course, if you know anything about Cuphead, you'll know that it's like the first aisle, you got the frog bros, and that's the difficult part. And then you get to the second aisle, and then you fight the dragon, and then you're like, no, this is impossible. This is impossible. And for a while, and after you beat the dragon, which did take me a long time, you get to Inkwell Isle 3, and because you're good enough to beat the dragon, you're probably thinking, oh, so I've evolved as a player and I probably won't have any more problems. This is definitely not true, because okay, I don't know. Someone's gonna have to tell me, which is more hated, Rumor Honeybottoms or the dragon? Because the dragon to me always felt like the harder fight, but like then you learn after a few rounds that all you need to do is use roundabout for the first phases, and then after that you just have to use lobber. But if you have lobber for the dragon and you're saying, oh, the dragon was easy because I used lobber, then that's what's confusing me. Why would Rumor Honeybottoms be a terrible fight? Just because, like, obviously, her final phase, she's at the bottom of the screen. The lobber goes up and then goes down and can hit things at the bottom of the screen. So, if you've beaten the dragon with the lobber, then why do you think Honey Bottoms is so hard? Uh, Also, one of the two fights that you can do when you go to Inkwell Isle 3 is the pirate in his ship. And this fight is also hated. There are a lot of hated fights. It is Cuphead. But the fight is also really hated. Um, and I don't know why. But anyways, after I I went back and I got through aisle 2. I got through aisle 3 with almost no problems. Of course, Rumor Honeybottoms gave me some issue. Uh-oh, I did not die from that. And my favorite fight is on Inkwell Isle 3. I know a lot of people, um, all the bosses on Inkwell Isle 3 are pretty hard. And then there's like the mouse one, the Tom and Jerry reference, haha. That fight is my favorite in the entire game. It's also, well, in the main game, that's my favorite fight. It's so fun as a boss. You got the Campbell soup reference. Of course, I love Tom and Jerry, so you know I like that part too. I'm gonna kill this guy when he drops down. Okay, or I'll just get beaten up by Blue. That's cool too. Ah. Okay then. Um, but like people have problems with the mouse fight, which doesn't make any sense to me, although the final phase with the ghosts and stuff is pretty difficult. Um and then there's the robot. And the robot everybody hates. You either are a psychopath or you don't hate the robot. There's no other way about it. It's such a bad fight, and like not the bad and then like, oh, this fight is like broken. It's like in the old update you literally did no damage to the boss. You literally did no damage to the boss until you killed its heart. Did I get him? No, I did not get him, did I? um and like everybody hates it. And I know what you're thinking. Oh gosh, he likes this fight too. No, I hate this fight. That fight is so bad. I'm probably gonna have to play Cuphead sometime on the channel. My least favorite boss is, oh, he disconnected. Is in aisle 4. Um, can you guess which one it is? There are two bosses, the Devil and King Dice. If you know anything about Cuphead, that okay, watch this. If you know anything about Cuphead, you know that King Dice sucks and is bad. Shh. Shh. I don't have a... Yes, fight him. Uh... Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go. Okay, yes, go into the shop. That's great. Yep. Okay. Um... Oh, okay then. Um... So King Dice is bad, but like lots of people think that he's, you know, he's like easy if you find the pattern, but then you look at their patterns and they've chosen like the three worst bosses to fight. They got like the monkey and that stupid rabbit. It's oh, and so you like every boss in the third part where you roll it the third time is very difficult. But the one that I like the most is the skeleton horse guy. Um, he's the flying one. The joke is never look a gift horse in the mouth, and he shoots out gifts with horseshoes in it. Yeah, you get it. It's a that's the most easy. Oh, and then there's the 8 ball. But it's like the two that you want, it's like 8 ball or anything else. It's like 8 ball or I don't know what the name of the person is. I don't know what the name of it is. It's a roulette table. That's it. It's a roulette table. It dances across the screen. That and the 8 ball are like the two easiest fights um, in the entirety of King Dice. And then you get to the devil, and he's not very difficult. And then you get to the DLC. And I played the DLC, and the first boss was like the most difficult thing maybe ever. I fought the spiders first. Um, and they were So difficult. Okay, and how am I not dead? They were so difficult. It was the spider, the bug, and the gigantic thing. And yes, I fell for the fake knockout. I don't. I threw my controller on the floor and I went, "Yay!" And not in rage, just like, "Oh, I'm so happy!" And I dropped my controller and then I died, and I was so mad. I killed him, right? I did. All right. Um, nope. Apparently I didn't. That guy did. Oh, okay. And then there's Glumstone the Giant, who, if you use Crackshot, is nothing. It's so easy. By the way, Crackshot is completely overpowered. And then you got, um, is someone in the bed? No. Okay. Um, then you got my favorite fight, the Howling Aces. And you're probably like, what? How is that your favorite fight? That fight is so bad. Because if you don't know, it turns your screen. And the first time I fought it, I thought it was awful. But then the second time, I turned my head, and it was so much easier. You'd think that wouldn't work, but it just did. And oh my gosh, it was very fun. Oh, okay. And then a lot of the fight that's like one of the most difficult in Cuphead, I think that's what people say about it. It's, the cow one, which I always thought felt more like that Magic Portals game than an actual Cuphead boss. I don't know why. It just oh, maybe it's because of the walking cow thing. That's probably it. Um, but you know, she turns from the bar into just herself, then into sausages, and then into a can of sausages, or it's like ground dogs or something. Um, and not ground up dogs, but the name of it is ground dogs, which I don't get the joke of. How did I teleports behind you much? But okay. Um, and then I don't think I missed. Oh, Mortimer Freeze. I have nothing to say about Mortimer Freeze. Mortimer Freeze is the most meh boss fight in the entire universe. It's like it's got predictable gameplay. Oh, wait, what's not predictable about the fight is the snow monster. The first phase is so easy. What just happened? The first phase is very easy. Then you get to the snow fight and it's like fighting the root pack basically, if you've been good enough at that point. Um and then after that, you get to the final phase. It's Aurora Boreal all over for you. That's the death phrase. And that is probably the most difficult part, I guess. Uh, let's see. And then there's Chef Saltbaker. Chef Saltbaker, we were promised a boss harder than the devil. So what? You might as well just have Chef Saltbaker be the devil. It's so difficult, and it wouldn't be that difficult if the stupid fire thing in the first phase didn't exist. Which is weird to say, because like it's such a minor thing. You're probably like, how does that even affect anything? It does. It actually does, and it's so stupid that it does affect that much of the fight. But you know, you die over and over and over and over. You're supposed to get good at it, right? No. I went back and I played through the entirety of Cuphead once again. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to break through that. And I went through and I played the entirety of Cuphead again. I sped run through it, and then I stopped at Chef Saltbaker, and I tried and I tried and I tried, and I couldn't beat him again. So I did beat him once on my main profile. And I've pacifist ran 4 out of the 6. I believe I don't have armor. I've pacifist ran 4 out of the 6. Oh, okay. Ah! Besides that, I have nothing really more to say about Cuphead. Back to what I was talking about at the beginning. Geometry Dash, you'd think like the community, if you don't know, demon levels are the hardest in the game. And you'd think that the community demon levels would be like insanely difficult. But like when you get back to the very, very start of the levels, that are demons that were originally made, you know, the Nightmare, Lightning Road. Then you get to Platinum Adventure, and Platinum Adventure is the funniest level ever. Just ever. Um, because its difficulty, oh my gosh. Its difficulty is rated demon, but you play through it and it's like no more difficult than cycles. It's so fun and so easy, and it's a free demon. If you're looking to, I guess, find a free demon to do so you can get your stats up, do Platinum Adventure. That's all I have to say. Well, I guess that's all I have to talk about the two games. Yeah, rage games are fun, and if you have a game like Cuphead, I definitely want to play another rage game. So, well, I guess that's it. Outro. More like meow-tro.